people have a magnifying glass and a microscope and they look and they judge. I think a lot of people have a lot of things to say, and I think I've also done some things that have fueled that fire.
So it's my 18th birthday on July 29th, and every mail has been counting down to it and literally telling me to drop the link the second I turn 18.
So guys, it's been a very long 3 years, but we are now back. We have returned for another video.
Y'all, some of these TikTok and YouTube stars really had everything handed to them. Millions in brand deals, TV shows, private jets, and now let's just say the glow up didn't exactly last. You couldn't tell me that watching their rise and downfall isn't like binging the messiest reality show on earth. And it's wild because you guys, we literally watched them grow up on our For You pages. At one point, they were the internet's golden kids. Now half of them are either flopping in silence or rebranding so hard you wouldn't even recognize them. So today we're gonna talk about 6 of the biggest names who had the fame, the money, the headlines, and then lost it all. And we're starting with someone who's basically the poster for how to shock the internet in one rebrand. You can't tell me JoJo didn't plan to cause complete chaos with this rebrand, because she really said, "Star era is over," and hit the gas. Now, JoJo has been performing since she was 2 years old, thanks to her mom/manager, who had her on stage every chance she got. And y'all, by the time she was on Dance Moms, she was already used to the yelling, the pressure, and Abby Lee Miller's borderline bullying. If you've seen those clips of Abby screaming over the teeniest of things, yeah, JoJo lived that. If you've never seen Abby Lee Miller losing it on JoJo, this little moment right here basically sums up the whole vibe of that show.
She deserves nothing. Don't have an attitude that you are entitled in this world. You are not. You deserve nothing else. You earn it. You can't stand here and cry. I want no crying children. None.
Well, if you yell at me, I'm gonna cry.
Get out. Go.
Then in 2017, Nickelodeon scooped her up, and that's when the Glitter Bow empire exploded. Boomerang hit over 1 billion views. She had her own movie, the JT merch everywhere, and even a kids pop group, X-OMG Pop, which by the way had its own rumors of kids involved. But here's the thing, you guys, by 2023, the internet wasn't really checking for JoJo anymore. So early 2024, she did what no one in her generation had done yet. She fully warned parents, this is not for kids anymore, and started teasing an adult rebrand.
Kind of felt that was my duty to like fill that hole, you know, because my new stuff will not be for kids. You are getting what I've wanted to do for the last 5 years of my life.
Then came April 5th, 2024, she dropped Karma, and let's just say it broke records in the wrong way. 3.1 million dislikes made it the most disliked music video by a female artist in 2024. And instead of backing down, JoJo is out here bragging that whether people love her or hate her, they're still watching.
And your #1 first place overall goes to Karma by JoJo Siwa with an astonishing, record-breaking 3.1 million dislikes.
And you guys, she is thriving off of it. Interviews, new movie projects, choreographing big dance events, but that's the thing. This might have gotten her back in the headlines, but it also put her in a completely different category, the I'll do anything for attention crowd. And if you think JoJo's rebrand was messy, wait until we get into the next TikTok princess who went from America's favorite dancer to being quietly replaced by the algorithm. Now, Addison's rise was fast. Like, blink and she's on every red carpet fast. This is one of the TikToks that made Addison the app's sweetheart back in 2019 before the internet turned on her.
I just wanna say thanks to you. My hair grew back. I look like a flute. And I
She blew blew up in late 2019 for those short TikTok dance trends, and by 2020, she was one of the most followed people on the entire app. But you guys, her whole career was built on a single lane, trending dances. No music catalog, no acting chops, nothing stable to fall back on when the algorithm moved on. And at first, she was everywhere. Talk shows, paparazzi strolls, collabs with the Kardashians. It made her that girl for a minute, but overexposure kicked in real quick.
Addison Rae is a world-renowned TikToker. Just Mason introduced me to knowing who she was. I mean, I feel fine. I just cry myself to sleep every night.
Yeah, that's totally normal.
By 2021, people were over it, calling her overhyped, famous for nothing, and just riding the TikTok wave. Then came the big Hollywood test. Netflix's He's All That. Ooh, it trended, but for all the wrong reasons. Critics dragged it as one of the worst remakes ever, and instead of proving she was a star, it kind of confirmed what the haters were already saying. Here's the He's All That trailer, the movie that people streamed just to drag her acting.
Makeovers are my thing.
When I first met him, he was 120 pounds of bad hair.
Why don't you just make another Jordan? I will create the next prom king.
You make it sound so easy.
You don't think I can do it?
No, but I do think it'll be fun watching you try.
A bet? Oh. I'm in.
And y'all, she tried music too. Her debut single, Obsessed, had, let's call it unique lyrics. It didn't become the pop hit she was hoping for, it became a meme. By 2022, Addison's TikTok numbers started dropping hard. The For You page was busy hyping up Charli, Dixie's side projects, and Alex Earl. People even speculated TikTok deprioritized her content, but honestly, it felt more like the public just moved on. The brand deals started drying up too. Item Beauty got pulled from Sephora, American Eagle wasn't pushing her like before, and when she did make headlines, it was for her relationship with Omar Fetty, or awkward red carpet moments, not her work. By 2023, she was barely posting on TikTok at all, which low-key opened the door for younger stars to fully replace her. And now in 2025, she's going all in on music under just Addison. No Rae, but this is risky. If it flops, there's no safety net left. And speaking of replacements, Addison may have been one of TikTok's it girls, but the girl who actually took and held that crown was Charli D'Amelio. And her fall, oh, that is a whole different kind of messy. Y'all, Charli was TikTok royalty. She went from posting the renegade barefoot in her bedroom to becoming the app's most followed creator by 2020. And she didn't just pass 50 million followers, she flew past 100 million like it was nothing. Back when Charli could post something like this and pull millions overnight. She had that girl next door vibe down, and the timing of her rise was perfect. But when you blow up that fast, the internet is gonna look for cracks, and hers started showing sooner than anyone thought. The turning point? The chef drama. November 2020, Charli and Dixie posted dinner with the D'Amelios with James Charles and their private chef. Charli made a joke about wanting dino nuggets, and Dixie gagged on a snail dish, and the internet lost it.
Do it.
Oh, Dixie, wait.
No, you're getting.
Yummy.
See? It sometimes happens when. Oh God.
So dramatic.
Don't be so dramatic.
Excuse yourself.
Is she being real? Or is she being dramatic? Oh, she actually threw off.
You guys, in 24 hours, she dropped between 500K to 1 million followers. She had to get on live crying and apologizing for how it came off, but the damage was already done. Suddenly, she wasn't just TikTok's sweetheart. She was spoiled, entitled, and the poster child for influencer culture going too far. And from there, the overexposure set in. Reality show, The D'Amelio Show, brand deals, merch, music singles, Broadway. It was constant. But instead of keeping her fresh, it burned people out. By June 2024, Hulu pulled the plug after 3 seasons. And let's be real, if the audience was still invested, it wouldn't have been canceled. She tried to branch out and dropped If You Asked Me To in 2022, won Dancing with the Stars, made her Broadway debut in late 2024, but none of it brought her back to her original TikTok dominance. Here is one of her few big wins post-TikTok takeover. This was the night she actually took home the Dancing with the Stars trophy.
And new champions of Dancing with the Stars are Charli D'Amelio!
And while the money is still there from D'Amelio brands, snack lines, skincare, her core brand identity completely diluted. Behind the scenes, Charli has admitted the fame wrecked her mental health, anxiety, body image struggles, even losing her love for dance, which for someone who built her whole brand off of dancing says everything. And honestly, she is proof that being on top of TikTok doesn't guarantee you'll stay there, because the second the platform finds someone new to obsess over, you're out. But if you thought Charli's fall from grace was rough, the next star took controversy to a whole other level. And by the time she turned 18, she turned her chaos into cash. As y'all probably know, Lil Tay wasn't just a star. She was a manufactured one, and the receipts are right there. Back in 2018, she was only 9 years old, calling herself the youngest flexer of the century, dropping profanity-laced rants, waving stacks of cash, posing with sports cars, and not a single one of those luxuries actually belonged to her. This was Lil Tay at 9 years old, literally cursing out the camera while flashing cash.
Message to all y'all broke haters. Y'all ain't doing it like Lil Tay. This is why all y'all fucking haters hate me. This shit cost me $200,000. I'm only 9 years old. I ain't got no license, but I still drive this sports car. Your favorite rapper ain't even doing it like Lil Tay.
Her brother Jason scripted everything. Her mom filmed it all. This was literally a shock content factory dressed up as a little one's brand. And you couldn't tell me the internet didn't eat it up. She was everywhere. But it all burned out in months. Family drama blew up behind the scenes, a custody battle broke out, and suddenly every Lil Tay post vanished. Her dad wanted to professionalize her career, her brother and mom wanted control, and Tay disappeared completely. Then 2023 hits and her Instagram drops a post claiming she and her brother were dead. No confirmation from the police, no credible source, just a post. The next day she pops back up saying it was a hack, and then she said that her dad was behind it.
Don't you be faking your death every year. This is something that keeps on coming up. No, it wasn't my parents in plural. My mom is the person that has supported me for my entire life, and she's protected me from exploitation the best that she could. It was my needless to say, absentee father who literally silenced me. That's why I was gone for 5 years.
And y'all, most people don't care what she says. This whole thing smelled like a stunt. She tries a comeback with a new single, Sucker for Green, but then in September 2024, she flips the script and shares she had open heart surgery to remove a tumor. This time people were shocked for a different reason. For once, her name was trending without her yelling into an iPhone. But then July 29th, 2025 hits, her 18th birthday, and at 12:01 a.m. she launches an OnlyFans, bragging she made over $1 million in 3 hours. Half from subscriptions, half from private messages. Plus, she'd already teased it way before her 18th birthday. Just check this out.
So it's my 18th birthday on July 29th, and every mail has been counting down to it and literally telling me to drop the link the second I turn 18. Girlies, what do you think? Should I do it?
At this point, you guys, Lil Tay's entire brand is controversy. She went from a stage-managed child flexing fake riches to an adult chasing cash in the most extreme way possible. And if you thought that was messy, the next one is a whole different flavor of uncomfortable. A kid turned multi-millionaire YouTuber who has been stuck in the same role since he was in diapers. Now, Ryan Kaji's story isn't your typical TikTok dance to downfall arc. It's a whole different kind of wild. You guys, this is a kid who was barely 3 years old when his parents started filming him playing with toys, and then turned that into Ryan's world, one of the biggest YouTube empires ever. This is one of the toy unboxings that started it all, and yes, it's from when he was literally a toddler.
Go, let's open the sparkle Easter egg. What is that? What is that one? What is that?
It's Hero.
Hero, yeah. Can I see it?
over 30 million views each. And back in the days before YouTube demonetized kid content, that meant hundreds of thousands of dollars right off the bat. His mom even quit her job as a chemistry teacher because the money was just too good. At first, it seemed harmless, a little boy unboxing toys, having fun with his sisters, but by 2024, Ryan was 13 and still acting like a preschooler on camera to keep that 5 to 8-year-old audience. And you couldn't tell me that isn't exhausting.
Coming up on this next episode of Elamon, things are gonna get creepy crawly. Whoa! Right, Akuro?
Then that interview dropped. His parents started talking about the future of the channel, casually mentioning they might bring in other kid talent to carry on the Ryan brand once he gets older, and y'all, the internet clocked that real quick. Fans calling it proof he's being kept in a role that doesn't fit him anymore.
Ryan himself, or his channel itself, is a brand. And when we noticed that, we thought it's something that we can scale it up, and then with support of the production team. And yeah, it's something that we can make it bigger. We thought it has a huge potential, even for Ryan's career too. We felt like it could lead to something else, which really did. It led to him being on TV and a movie eventually, and a voice actor. So we're glad we did what we did.
In the clip, Ryan barely talks while his dad takes over the conversation, and when he does speak, he says, "I used to have fun making videos. Used to." That's all people needed to start speculating that he is over it and just going through the motions.
I had lots of fun doing the videos like with my sisters and with my parents, because like it's just really engaging and fun for me. And I loved like making the videos.
People are already predicting that when he turns 18, we're gonna get the tell-all that blows this whole thing open. And while Ryan is still technically at the top in views and money, the public perception has shifted. The cute kid image only works for so long before it starts feeling uncomfortable. Now, the next sibling duo didn't face the same "you can't grow up" problem, but when they did disappear, it had fans freaking out for years. Anyways, if you were on YouTube in the late 2010s, you definitely remember Sis versus Bro. Karina and Ronald went from filming fun slime challenges and hide-and-seek games to pulling in 100 million views per video. By 2018, they had over 7 billion views total, which is insane for a kids channel. But here's the thing, you guys, their content slowly shifted. Instead of the playful, silly challenges, it started being all about expensive rooms, iPhones, and flexing what they had. And not gonna lie, that change had fans calling them spoiled and out of touch.
Take a picture for me. Oh, that one's a selfie. That's my last selfie. Okay. Okay, Karina, you're gonna take the next one out.
Then March 2021 hits. They drop a video called Karina's Master Bedroom Tour. Nothing seemed weird. And then silence. No uploads, no explanation, just gone.
And if you haven't seen the last 2 videos, then I have to tell you that we just moved into a mansion and somehow our parents agreed to do a challenge on who would get the master bedroom. And we were playing hide and seek for the master bedroom.
And for 3 years, fans were left wondering if they quit, got bored, or had some behind the scenes drama. Both Karina and Ronald kept posting separately, but every so often they would get flooded with comments begging for a Sis versus Bro comeback. They even reacted to a whole video about their disappearance, but never gave a clear answer.
Hey guys, it's me. I'm back, guys. Here I am. How you doing? Were you guys expecting a "Hey peeps, it's Ronald, and today, welcome back." But today, actually, we're gonna be watching this video by Sunny V2 on the disappearance is very brutal. Like it's just crazy, you know. So I'm gonna be seeing the video, seeing what he says, seeing what's right, what's wrong.
Then, out of nowhere, April 2025, they pop back up with eating spicy food versus sour food. The fans went crazy, partially because of the nostalgia and partially because the glow-up was real. Karina looked like a full-on model, and Ronald had a deep voice and was way taller, and their little sister Arya had grown up too.
So guys, it's been a very long 3 years, but we are now back. We have returned for another video. Also, we have a new player in the squadron.
Arya, are you excited to eat some crazy food?
Yeah!
The difference between them and someone like Ryan, they're clearly letting themselves age on camera instead of being frozen in the same role forever. It's like they're inviting fans to grow up with them instead of pretending nothing's changed. But the real question, you guys, will they stick around this time? Or is this comeback just a one-off nostalgia hit before they vanish all over again? Because if there's one thing we've learned from watching JoJo, Addison, Charli, Lil Tay, and Ryan, nothing about star fame is built to last.